Kani kadega Batesi TV, bat Pyndam pet yaki kubor baman kasni, balwan rasha pi da ka Orange Nissan, lom so po niya Fabricate Shillong, ringkat bat ka BDW International School Nongmansong, Langkarding Shillong. Admissions open now.
Unong yalam jogal yang persya hakaying dorbar thawan kani kejala Meghalaya, Dr. Sangma, Lokayukta jori ke sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance halor ke Jingai persya. Yaga hukum jangka Meghalaya Lokayukta ban patoket no da CBI halor ke Jingkyntait ke Jingti bat salantu yu dowyong na kani kejala. Bat kani ke Jingai persya jangka sarkar Meghalaya kadairu da bat ujor sya ke yang bisar ke bahakli do hakani kejala ke Meghalaya High Court. Ya kani ke Jingkyntait kalyang persya ya ke sarkar MDA kadai lengba ke Jingkyntait bat kinong patai kubor hak arpsan terek mentabnai rempang usnam arajar arpo. Bat na kalyang persya lengba unong ilam Dr. Sangma laong bakani ke Jingai jang sarkar Meghalaya kalong penban kum ke Jingai la iki kam Bamsap hakani ke jela. Hakaba kinong susnong jo kani ke jela kidai ki breu ki bamlasha da leleru ya ke kam Bamsap. Dr. Sangma Lokayukta ru ba ke jingpa ke sarkar MDA da ke petition syakiyeng syari Meghalaya High Court halor ke hukum jang ke Meghalaya Lokayukta bat ke jing penjelan ni ke por ban patoket no da ke CBI halor ki kam Bamsap kalong penban kum ke jing ai por yaki breu ki berengti haki kam Bamsap ban pendo pendam no yaki Sakhi Satar baro. Kumta na kalyang Dr. Sangma hakani ke sengi uladawa na ke sarkar Meghalaya bakadai ban weng no yakani ke petition balapha syaka Meghalaya High Court lem kumta kalyang persya kan sepen i lagi jong kikam. Hakani ke Jingkyntait bat kinong pathai kubor hakani ke sengi ke arpsan terek ubenai rempang usnam arajar arpo. Unong ilam kalyang persya hayeng terbar thawan ke jela Dr. Sangma Lokayukta jorru ya ke sarkar Meghalaya Democratic Alliance halor ke jingbamla ban penklan ya ke bor trekam jong ke Meghalaya Lokayukta bar ke jingklot jong ke Meghalaya Lokayukta i kumba ki breu kimdon jingtieng shu ban le ki kam Bamsap.
Derailing the whole process of investigation on corrupt charges by the anti-graft body. Now I must reassert our commitment that we will not allow these things to happen. Meghalaya has never tolerated corruption, and we are proud of that legacy. And we want to ensure that the legacy remains, and Meghalaya is not known for all the wrong reasons. Therefore, today I felt it important and proper to have an immediate press briefing because our further course of action have been planned. Number one is that we will urge the government to withdraw the petition filed in the Honorable High Court. How the people of the state wanted collectively to have anti-graft body. And the nation as a whole today wants the same. Whether you talk about Narendra Modi ji coming to power, getting elected, getting amended, on the promise of what? To fight against corruption. And the whole collective resolve of the people of the nation, which was also demonstrated by the people of the state collectively, to ensure that the people who have taken the responsibility of assuming responsibility for serving the people and the state, in other words, people who have chosen to be in public life, must be subjected to that kind of scrutiny whenever there is an allegation of corruption comes up. And there must be an independent body which is not under the command of any government, whether it is union government or the state governments. And therefore the combination of this whole intent and collective desire of the people, we see the legislative outcome. State has been one of the states in the country to embark upon this legislation, and we have enacted a law befitting to the desire of the people and gave a new act, anti-graft, to enable an anti-graft body to come up. the Meghalaya Lokayukta Act 2014. Now the whole purpose and intent is known to all of us. And as expected, as and when the anti-graft body has been confronted by certain complaint, we are happy that anti-graft body has taken cognizance of those complaints and have not wasted time. Now everybody has to go by the mandate of the law. Otherwise the act becomes useless and redundant. Now we are all lawmakers. All the elected representatives are lawmakers. We have made this law based on the felt need of the people. And it has been also one of the outcome because of the monitoring by none other than the Honorable Supreme Court. And the state government has on a number of occasions filed affidavit before Honorable Supreme Court to indicate that we have taken all the measures to ensure that the anti-graft body is constituted and is operational. The idea is not to have the Lokayukta only for cosmetic purpose. No. The idea is to actually ensure that we have this anti-graft body to create a deterrence and ensure a corruption-free governance. Now, corruption has been happening at all levels. We are all aware of that. In spite of honest intentions of successive governments, there has been instances of corruption coming up over and over again. And that was the reason why the people collectively felt, yes, there must be a body. Because some of the corruptions that has been reported in the past, in the preceding years, decades, were to a great extent perceived as something which was under the patronage of people in power. People in power. And that was the reason why we felt the necessity to respond to the desire of the people that yes, there must be Lokayukta. And after the Lokayukta has come up with all the necessary response based on the mandate of the Act, ordered inquiry. Now what is the response of the government? The response of the government is to scuttle this, completely dislocate this whole process. And therefore the question is, why? What is the reason? Why are they scared? Now please remember that I wanted to highlight this. The law is very clear because the law has been authored collectively by all of us based on what can happen and how, if there is Lokayukta, an anti-graft body, how it should be seen as effective, not just for cosmetic purpose. You look at the section 20, subsection 1, and go on. It's very clear. The law has mandated the Lokayukta, and we have come up with another amendment to ensure that even though it is not a full body Lokayukta, it shall not come on the way to proceed ahead with any petition received by Lokayukta and proceed ahead with the investigation. So there are procedures already indicated in this act itself. And when I have gone through the whole process after by the Lokayukta, after the petition was received, it's in sync, in conformity with this mandate of act. Now, the government has been instrumental in delaying this. Number one, this delay, I will interpret it as a tactic to destroy all the evidences. They want to ensure that there is long time enough given for all those who are involved in the whole activities of corruption to destroy all the evidences and go scot-free. We will not allow this. We cannot allow this. State has never tolerated and state will never tolerate. We will be pressurizing the government to withdraw the petition filed before the Honorable High Court, challenging the order of the Lokayukta. Now, when we talk about the government challenging the order of the Lokayukta, who is that powerful man who is asking this government to challenge the order of the Lokayukta? Who is that powerful man? Who is asking the state government to file petition before the Honorable Supreme Court, Honorable High Court? And why? Whom they want to defend? Do they want to defend themselves? Friends, therefore, the seriousness of this issue has to be understood by all of us. And in the days that will unfold, our party will leave no stone unturned to ensure that the government withdraws this petition and allow the anti-graft body to proceed ahead. And I urge upon the people to join hands along with all those who will be taking up this issue. It is for the interest of the state, it is for the interest of the people. Meghalaya have not tolerated corruption, and Meghalaya cannot tolerate corruption. Another point. Now, with the mandate of this act, we have to have a full strength of the Lokayukta. This government doesn't seem to be interested in constituting a full body of the Lokayukta. There is another mechanism, maneuver of the state government to ultimately see that this Lokayukta cannot deliver to its full potentiality as mandated in the Act itself. This is highly condemnable. Why is the state government not coming up to constitute the full, rather empower the Lokayukta with the full strength? With so many allegations and petitions coming now. You also are aware of the petitions filed against certain perceived corruption that must have taken place in the Garo's Autonomous District Council. Now, who are those people who are alleged to be involved? I'm afraid allegation indicates that there is a reason to believe that people who are in high offices are also directly or indirectly instrumental in facilitating these irregularities, alleged corruption. Now, therefore, is it not necessary, is it not incumbent upon all of us to facilitate proper investigation, proper inquiry? That means the onus of responsibility on the anti-graft body will only go on increasing with the kind of corrupt practices that is being reported from all over. There will be quite a number of allegations on various activities of corruption of this government, some more. But we want to follow up this first, in as far as this issue is concerned, this whole corruption. And the malefic and criminal intent of the government to derail the whole process of investigation by the anti-graft body will not allow it. Then another thing, if there are so many instances of corruption, allegation of corruption, I saw media reporting one truck, turning turtle and then exposing the whole illegally mine and transportation of coal. Every now and then it's happening. Who is facilitating this? Every now and then. Today you come up with another report that, okay, something is happening in West Gardens as well. It seems that nobody is scared to engage in illegalities now. Nobody is scared to engage in illegalities. Because people are perceiving that people who are supposed to be mandated with the whole honors of responsibility to go after the people engaging in criminalities, irregularities, they themselves are getting involved. There's a facilitation going on. That's why last time I said that there's a cartel working on. There's a big cartel operating. And this cartel seems to be getting all the necessary protection. And this protection is coming from government because by way of preventing the anti-graft body to proceed ahead with the investigation. As I've said, they're emboldening all those who are engaged in irregularities, illegalities, corruption, and at the same time, this will ultimately facilitate in destruction of all the evidence. Please remember, destruction of evidence itself is again punishable by law. So, there's not going to be an end. Now, how the Lokayukta is mandated is all there in section 20, relevant subsections, followed by section 21. You just go through this. Lokayukta is mandated to have even a special investigation team. It's not the government, it's Lokayukta. Now, if the allegation is indicative of involvement of people who are directly or indirectly connected with people in power, do you think that an investigation by those people who are, even the government servants who are under the control and dictate of these people in power, can really respond to their call of duty in the truest spirit of the term, to do justice to the mandate of this law? No. There's a reason why. I understand, as I observed and analyzed the whole development after the order of the Lokayukta, that it is precisely because of that the felt need to ensure that all these investigations are seen as not influenced by anybody who is in power. That's the reason why I assume, and I am highly convinced that Lokayukta have desired that there should be an investigation team other than the officers who are under the control of the present incumbent state government. It's simple. That means this also indicates that the Lokayukta doesn't have the reason to trust. Lokayukta doesn't have reason to trust. Now this whole halla gulla, okay, somebody is saying, okay, Home Minister should be dropped, so the portfolios changed. I have said that there was a cartel working. Why only Home Minister? Have you been able to carry any news item of the then Home Minister, Mr. James Sangma, refuting the allegation on illegal mining? Did he give any press conference? No. It was Chief Minister who was on denial mode all the time. It was not James Sangma. It was Chief Minister in the house, outside the house, every time. Whenever the attention was drawn, they were prompt. And he led from the front. This particular malified intent, criminal intent of the government to delay the whole process of investigation as ordered by Lokayukta by petitioning the High Court. Who is stopping it? Who is that powerful man who have the guts to petition against the order of the Lokayukta? For what reason? What is the intention? What is the purpose? Is it that the purpose is in the interest of the people? Is it that this purpose is in the interest of actually bringing in a corrupt-free environment of governance? Is it with an intent to actually really ensure that the mandate of this law is ultimately implemented in letter and spirit? We will ensure that this petition by the state government before the Honorable High Court is withdrawn. And we will also see that the state government completes the whole process of appointment or rather constitution of the Lokayukta in its full strength.